Donald Trump continues to escalate his trade wars, especially with China. Now, they're not the only country we're currently trade warring with, but they are Donald Trump's biggest targets. He has imposed more tariffs on Chinese goods than any other countries. And like clockwork, every single time he puts a new tariff on them, they slap one on U.S. goods because, hey, they can afford it too. Here's the problem, and this is something that economists in the U.S. are starting to warn us about. The people who are actually paying the price tag for Donald Trump's trade wars are middle-class consumers. The majority of the goods that the Trump administration has slapped these tariffs on, which could be as much as $20 to $40 billion per year, are middle-class spenders. You think about it. They're not putting massive tariffs on yachts or, granite countertops for new mansions. No, it's consumer goods, refrigerators, air conditioners, toys, things like that, construction equipment. Those are the things that average American citizens, actually regardless of your income level, those are things we have to purchase. Now, it doesn't affect the wealthy elite. The top 1%, if they have to pay $100 to $200 more for a refrigerator, that doesn't matter to them. It doesn't affect them. They go about their daily lives. They don't even notice that they've spent that because they got $1 million sitting in the bank. Meanwhile, the average consumer who's living paycheck to paycheck, hoping to have maybe $20 or $30 left in their bank account by the time that next paycheck hits, they can't afford those price increases. I've been in that position. I'm still in that position, to be perfectly honest with you, to where a price increase on a major purchase already of a $100 to $200 can immediately price it out of that person's range for the middle class and the underclass. And I know a lot of people watching this are in that same boat. There's a big difference between going down to the appliance store and spending $800 on a new refrigerator, which is already painful, and spending $1,000 on a new refrigerator. Buying that new TV for $400 instead of buying it for $700. But those are the kinds of price increases that we will see. Some areas of the country are already seeing them under Donald Trump's trade wars. And he can do that because people like him and all of his buddies in his cabinet, they're all multimillionaires, some multi-billionaires. They don't notice it. It doesn't matter to them. This is a trade war, like so many other things Trump has done, that was started out of vanity. He picked a fight with China during his presidential campaign. He escalated it now that he's become president, and he doesn't know how to end it because he doesn't even know what he's doing. So let me give him some very, very clear advice about what he's doing. You're screwing over the middle class, Mr. President. You're screwing over the underclass. Your wealthy friends, your family, you don't notice these price increases. To you, they are minuscule. You even had members of your administration, Wilbur Ross, Commerce Secretary, come out recently and tell us that they're not really going to notice. It's not that bad. Well, guess what? We've noticed. It hurts. It's affecting consumer spending. And if it continues, it's going to send your economy into a death spiral that nothing you do is going to be able to stop.